Welcome back. In Series 501, we're going to take a look at the correction values and what exactly they are and their use here in Logbook Pro. Correction values also, you'll see a column called Adjusted Totals. You'll also hear them referenced as presets. With the military, filling out a job application for an airline, for example, as of this recording, I think Southwest allows a 0.3 correction per flight from military flights to civilian. And I'm not sure exactly which military personnel that gets to do that, but Logbook Pro provides the capability to provide these corrected totals for you, so you don't have to do any math and any errors, etc. The way you get into the Adjusted Totals column is by clicking this Show Adjusted Totals column icon here on the toolbar, or if you remember back when you launched the analyzer, on the bottom left there is a Show Adjusted Totals checkbox. If you check that, then you will see your Adjusted Totals column up here in the analyzer. Well, here we're going to actually reload our data, and if we scroll all the way to the right, now that I've elected to show this column, you can see on the far right I've got an adjusted hours. And also if I have presets defined, you're going to see the preset options appear on the main toolbar, and they only appear when the when the Show Adjusted Totals button is depressed on the toolbar. All right, now let's go ahead and take a look at what exactly is going on here and what Adjusted Totals means. All right, for NC Airlines, I'm going to click this button so I can define my preset, which is also capable of doing before you get into the analyzer on that bottom right button that says Correction Values. Here we've got different presets available. We've only got one. We're going to create another one in a second, but you can see if you're going to apply to NC Airlines, and the application data specifically tells you that, hey, you can go ahead and apply for your military time, add 0.3 to this particular aircraft, or your military time. I don't have any military types listed in this example, but you can see that I have defined a preset value here for the Cessna 152 and 172 to apply these corrections. But let's say we want to create one, NC Airlines, and I also want to apply to DJ Airlines. Then we'll create a new preset, and then we define the time. In this case, we'll go with the C140. We're going to apply a 0.4 correction, so I'm going to put 0.4 and enter, 0.5, enter to the C150. So what we're doing is we're providing correction values to specific types. If I am flying F-16s, F-16s, or F-15s and A-10s, and also Cessna 152, 172s, I obviously don't want my 152, 172 time to get corrections, because that would be inaccurate on my job application and probably not fare well in the interview. So by this capability down to the aircraft type preset value, I can specify which specific types get the adjustment. When I'm done, I'll click Save, and now I'm going to get the DJ Airlines presented here. My new preset, we're going to go ahead and close this window, collapse it back off to the right side, and this preset is now available. And if I remember correctly, let's show it the NC Airlines, because I've got Cessna 172 and 182 time here. So I have changed it. Simply by changing it, I have set that preset, although the display updates so fast, it's hard to see that anything changed, but in fact it did. Remember, Cessna 172, if I remember correctly, had a 0.3 correction added to it. We're looking at 248.9 hours uncorrected, or the raw data. Well, let's scroll over to the right side of the Cessna 172, and look at that. There's 315.3 adjusted hours. All right, so here you've seen in action the Cessna 172 and the preset capability of Logbook Pro. So now what you would do is you can print this out, so you can take this with you to your interview or attach it to your application or whatever format you want. We'll get into the printing in the 6 series of these video presentation. But you can see you can create multiple presets for multiple applications depending on what your requirements are. Different airlines require different items, and just that simple. Okay. So there you can see the C152 and C172, I'm sorry, I had 0.2. So very simple capability here within Logbook Pro, but very powerful ability to define presets, apply correction values, and get your data right from the analyzer for your application to help you in your interview process. Hope you learned something from this video.